Yeshua, the Father or the Son. In this video we will discuss the nature of Yeshua. I believe that Yeshua is the Son of God. I believe that Yeshua is a God, and I believe that, quote, God is one is referring to Yahweh and that Yahweh is God. I believe that Yeshua and Yahweh are separate entities. They are not, as Trinitarians and modalists describe, one entity with multiple personalities. I often hear that God can be described as water is a single substance, but can come in the form of a gas, liquid, or a solid. I do not prescribe to this reasoning as a way to describe Yahweh. There is only one Yahweh, and He is completely one. Let's dive into the details. In Matthew 3:17, Yahweh calls Yeshua His Son. And behold, a voice from the heavens said, This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased. In Matthew 8:29, demons call Yeshua the Son of God. And they cried out, saying, What business do you have with us, Son of God? Have you come here to torment us before the time? In Matthew 4:3, Satan calls Yeshua the Son of God. And the tempter came and said to him, If you are the Son of God, command that these stones become bread. In Matthew 27:54, a Roman centurion even called Yeshua the Son of God. Now as for the centurion and those who were with him keeping guard over Jesus, when they saw the earthquake and the other things that were happening, they became extremely frightened and said, Truly, this was the Son of God. Let's consider our second point. Yeshua is God. In John 20:28, Thomas calls Yeshua God. Thomas answered and said to him, My Lord and my God. The word here in Greek is theos, and in Hebrew it is the word Elohim. This word, however, is used in other passages to describe less holy things. In 1 Samuel 5:7, the Philistine god Dagon was called an Elohim. When the men of Ashdod saw that it was so, they said, The ark of the God of Israel must not remain with us, because his hand is severe on us and on Dagon our God. In Judges 11:24, the Moabite god Chemosh was called an Elohim. Do you not possess what Chemosh your God gives you to possess? So whatever the Lord our God has dispossessed before us, we will possess it. In 1 Kings 18:24, the Canaanite god Baal was called an Elohim. Then you call on the name of your God, and I will call on the name of the Lord. And the God who answers by fire, He is God. And all the people replied, That is a good idea. In 1 Kings 11:33, the Sidonian god Astaroth and the Amorite god Malcolm are called Elohims. Because they have abandoned me, and they have worshipped the Astaroth, the goddess of the Sidonians, Chemosh, the god of Moab, and Malcolm, the god of the son of Ammon, and they have not walked in my ways, doing what is right in my sight, and keeping my statutes and my ordinances, as his father David did. In Exodus 7:1, even men are referred to as Elohim, as Moses was called an Elohim. Then the Lord said to Moses, See, I have made you as God to Pharaoh, and your brother Aaron shall be your prophet. How can we have all of these Elohim? Let's take a look at the definition of Elohim. Elohim is the Strong's word H430 and is translated as rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, gods. So by the definition of Elohim, yes, Yeshua is an Elohim, as he is our high priest and judge. But just because you are given the title of Elohim, that does not mean that you are Yahweh. Take John 17:3 for instance. And this is eternal life, that they may know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ whom you have sent. Notice that there are two clearly defined entities in this verse, and yet only one of them is called the, quote, true God. Let's explore our third point, and that is, God is one. In the book of the Apocalypse of Abraham, chapter 17:9-10, Abraham is singing and describing Yahweh the Father, and he describes him as the self-originated, incorruptible, immaculate, spotless, immortal, self-perfected, self-devised, without mother, without father, the ungenerated. Now, many of these things can describe Yeshua, for instance, incorruptible, immaculate, spotless. However, many of these aspects can only describe Yahweh the Father. For instance, self-originated, self-devised, without mother, without father, cannot describe Yeshua, as Yeshua was created by Yahweh, and that is why he is known as the firstborn of creation. As we have discussed, many verses refer to Yahweh as Yeshua's father, and in John 19:27, Mary is referred to as his mother. Deuteronomy 6:4 states, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one." It's important to note here that the word Lord, written in Hebrew, is actually the word Yod-He-Vav-He. So said again, this verse reads, "Hear, O Israel, Yahweh is our God, Yahweh is one." Nowhere in this verse is Yeshua equated with Yahweh as being the Most High. In Matthew 19:17, Yeshua is talking and states, "Why are you asking me about what is good? There is only one who is good. But if you want to enter into life, keep the commandments." Notice again, when Yeshua refers to the One, he diverts attention away from himself and to the Father. Hebrews 8:6 says, "But now he," that is Yeshua, "has obtained a more excellent ministry, to the extent that he is also the mediator of a better covenant, which has been enacted on better promises." This is just one of many verses that describe Yeshua as our mediator or high priest. Does that mean that he is God? Let's take a look at Galatians 3:20. "Now a mediator is not of one, but God is one." Yeshua is our high priest, our mediator. If he were God, it wouldn't make any sense that he would mediate to himself. The Bible clearly indicates that the Father and the Son are two distinct entities. Let's continue to look at even more verses. John 14:6. Jesus said to him, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." John 6:38. "For I have come down from heaven, not to do my own will, but of the will of him who sent me." Mark 13:32. "But about that day or hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father." This verse is interesting because if the Father and Son were one, then God must have multiple personality disorder, as he doesn't even know his own thoughts. John 20:17 states, "Jesus said to her, 'Stop clinging to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. But go to my brothers and say to them, I am ascending to my Father and to your Father, and my God and your God.'" Did you catch that? Yeshua referred to Yahweh as his God. Let's take a look at 1 Corinthians 8:6. We need to read this slowly and carefully in order to catch the difference. Paul is speaking and states, quote, "Yet for us there is only one God, the Father, from whom are all things, and we exist for him, and one Mashiach, Jesus Christ, by whom are all things, and we exist through him." There are two characters here, and each have different roles. One is referred to as God, and the other as Mashiach. As for God, we exist for him. As for Yeshua, we exist through him. What does that mean to exist through him? Well, without Yeshua as Mashiach, we would have been destroyed. As for those that will claim that Yahweh and Yeshua are one entity, the following passages are difficult to explain. Ezekiel chapters 40 through 48 go into great detail explaining the millennial reign, New Jerusalem, the kingdom, God's house, and the throne room in God's house. Let's focus in on the throne specifically. Ezekiel 43:14 states, "And from the base on the ground to the lower ledge shall be 2 cubits, and the width 1 cubit. And from the smaller ledge to the larger ledge shall be 4 cubits, and the width of 1 cubit." If God is one entity, then why are there 2 mercy seats? Is God so large that he needs 2 chairs to sit in? Let's take a look at another scene. This one from John in Revelation 5:1 through 7. "I saw in the right hand of him who sat on the throne a scroll written inside and on the back, sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, 'Who is worthy to open the scroll and to break its seals?' and no one in heaven or on the earth or under the earth was able to open the scroll or look into it. Then I began to weep greatly, because no one was found worthy to open the scroll or to look into it. And one of the elders said to me, "Stop weeping. Behold, the Lion that is from the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has overcome so as to be able to open the scroll and its 7 seals." And I saw between the throne with the 4 living creatures and the elders a lamb standing as if slaughtered, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent out into all the earth. And he came and took the scroll out of the right hand of him who sat on the throne. Did you catch that last part? And he, Yeshua, came and took the scroll out of the right hand of him, Yahweh, who sat on the throne. Clearly 2 separate entities. There are many other verses that show a distinction between Yahweh and Yeshua. Please pause the video and consider the following verses. So why does all this matter? Let's consider Exodus 20:1-3. And God spoke all these words, saying, "I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me." Equating anything or anyone with the Most High is idol worship. 1 John 5:10-13 states, "The one who believes in the Son of God has the testimony in himself. The one who does not believe, God has made him a liar, because he has not believed in the testimony that God has given concerning his Son. And the testimony is this, that God has given us eternal life, and this life is in his Son. The one who has the Son has the life. The one who does not have the Son of God does not have life. These things I have written to you who believe in the name of the Son of God, so that you may know that you have eternal life." I hope you enjoyed this video. It's the first in a 3-part series entitled, "Who is Yeshua?" Please like, share, and subscribe.